I typed video into search and tested every app I found. There were over 150 results, but only a handful are worth using, and I'm going to tell you what they are. In your project, go down to this icon that says Apps. This is where you can search for every app we'll talk about today. The first app I want to show you is Video FX Studio. Unlike many of the other apps I tested, I wasn't stopped by a login screen or an obvious credit wall before I could even see how it worked. Instead of offering just one or two effects, it includes an entire library of video effects that goes well beyond what Canva offers by default. You'll find categories like light overlays, transitions, film effects, and so much more. I kept thinking, wait, this is too good to be true, but it actually added 2 video effects and then I could download it. It was amazing. I only have one concern. I've tested enough Canva apps over the years to know that things change. An app will be completely open 1 month and 6 months later, it's sitting behind a paywall or requires the use of credits. Hopefully that doesn't happen here because this really is a solid app, and that's why I recommend it. The next app is Motion Text. Think of this one as an expansion pack for Canva's text animations. It includes a huge library of ready-made animations for titles, lower thirds, call-outs, and any other on-screen text. Motion Text does require Canva Pro, but that is the only requirement. Check out the description to try Canva Pro for free. One thing I really like is you can download the animation as a transparent GIF. It's an easy way to bring these animations into your video editor outside of Canva. Unlike some of the apps I tested for this video, this one isn't new to me. I've been using it for years, which gave me even more confidence recommending it. I've also put together a bonus for channel members. Check out the description to find out how to get it. Sometimes you need a single frame from a video. Picking the perfect frame usually means scrubbing back and forth on a timeline. That's why Video Frames is the next app. It's especially useful when you're creating thumbnails or need a still image from that video. My only real complaint is you can't pull a video directly from your design. You'll need to upload the video into the app before it can extract frames. Even with that limitation, it's one of those simple apps that solves a common problem, and that's exactly why it made my recommendation list. It did extract 5 frames to the Uploads folder. I would love to know which app so far you would most likely use. So I found a fun app while testing called Image Cutout Maker. A cutout removes part of an image using a shape, another image, or even text, so you can see through those areas. One thing I really like is all the creative possibilities because it gives you a way to create effects that normally would take a lot more work inside Canva. My only complaint is there's just one font. I did find a workaround though. Create the words you want in Canva first and then use that as an image. This one easily made my recommendation list because it opens up design ideas that Canva really can't create on its own. Okay, this next app is just plain fun. This one's called Map Video. Instead of building an animated map from scratch, this app does most of the work for you. Simply choose your locations, customize the map, and let the app do the rest. Instead of just telling viewers where something happened, you can actually show them. My only real complaint is I'd love to be able to search for locations or choose something more specific than just a country. Even with that limitation, it made my recommendation list because it's a fun way to help tell a story. The next app is really effective at showcasing transformations. It's called Before After Maker. Need to compare 2 images? This app makes it incredibly easy. All you have to do is choose your before and after pictures, then decide whether you want a static image or an animation. Once you've made your choice, you can customize the result with different options depending on which format you selected. One thing I really liked is the flexibility. You can use it in more than one way depending on your project. The biggest limitation I ran into was the 5 megabyte file size limit. Even with that limitation, it made my recommendation list because it turns a simple comparison into something much more engaging. Here's a fun little behind the scenes fact. I actually used that app before Aftermaker to showcase the next feature. Another app I recommend is YouTube Video Thumbnail. This one isn't for creating thumbnails. Instead, it's a research tool that lets you import thumbnails into Canva using a video link. One thing I really liked is how simple it is. Just paste in a YouTube URL and the thumbnail is added to your Canva design. It's a great way to study what catches your attention, compare different thumbnail styles, or gather inspiration before creating your own. The biggest limitation I ran into is that some YouTube links didn't work during testing. Even with that limitation, it made my recommendation list because I could really study a thumbnail. Once it's in Canva, I can spend as much time looking at it as I want without YouTube trying to autoplay another video. Check out the video on your screen to see how Canva can turn a still image into a short video. I'll also share some important things most tutorials leave out. I'll see you over there.